Hi and welcome to the AutoMeter Custom Shop. Today we're going to have a brief tutorial on how you can design, build, and buy your own custom AutoMeter instruments. So to get started right away, we're going to go to Start Customizing and create our own custom kit. Now very simply, we pick the number of gauges we want to buy. We've got 5 holes in the dash we're working with, so we're going to select 5. Now the site will automatically suggest common 5-piece kits for us, but if we don't see something we like, no problem. Choose our own gauges, and we make the decision. So we can either click on the gauge function, pick the type of gauge that we need, and that'll limit our sizes, or we can pick the size that we need, and that will then feed us the gauges that are available in that size. We can add another gauge to the package or take one away. For today's purposes, we're going to use a standard configured kit. Here's a 3 3/8 inch speedometer, oil pressure, water temp, fuel level, and voltmeter. We have a number of different speedo options: 120 mile an hour electric, we have a metric scale, 160 mile an hour, and even a mechanical available. So we're going to stick with the electric 120 and go on to our water temp and our oil pressure. Now we can have a electric, or we can select a traditional mechanical as well. So we're gonna customize the mechanical here. Very important, fuel level gauge. Now, because there are a number of different resistance ranges available for fuel level senders, we make a number of different gauge ranges to match up. So if this sounds like a foreign concept to you, no problem at all. Give us a call at 866-248-6357. and we'll help get you sorted out on that. So we've selected 0 to 90 ohm, a very common range, and going to click Start Customizing. So the site's going to load all of our gauges into the configuration tool. It takes just a second for that to happen. And here we are. So all of our options are available across the top here. We can go in any order that we like, but we're going to start with our dial color. Our different options. You know, the green's a little much for this build, so maybe brushed aluminum or carbon fiber. I'm thinking light blue, so we're going to go with the light blue here. Now we have all of our different fonts we can select from. I kind of like something old school, so we're going to pick an antique font here. See what the different colors look like. You know, I think white is the right choice here. Our ticking style, the delineations on the dial face, maybe we go with a diamond in yellow. Well, let's look at our other gauges and see how this looks. I think if it was all electric, the diamond would be our winner here, but let's go with the classic stack design. I think we have a winner. So something as simple as the retainer ring on the inside of the gauge can have a dramatic effect on the overall look of the instrument. So I think that white retainer looks just about right there. And our pointer style, we can not only change the blade of the pointer, but the hub as well now. Now we are going old school here, so yeah, I think that's the pointer that we're going to need with these gauges. Now our bezel have a huge difference on the look of the gauge. We've got our traditional street rod bezel in a number of different finishes, the monster bezel, or the iconic AutoMeter super bezel. I'm thinking chrome is the way to go with this one. We can even change the window of it, you know, if we want to put a flat window on there. I like the old school, so we're going to stick with the domed lens there. Now our lighting, we can turn our lights on the gauge on and off so we can see exactly what they're going to look like. Now we've got a number of different color options available, but this is an old school build, so we're going to stick with the incandescent here. And we're going to turn that off. And finally, we can add our numbers. Now my car number is 42. So if I want to put that on the larger gauge, I can do that. Or I can add any number of custom images as well. So I'm thinking the checkered flag logo is the way to go with this one. Checkered flag in white. Now, you may not have a white dashboard in your vehicle, so in order to help you visualize that, we have a color wheel tool where we can select different colors, or maybe we have a machined finish or a wood grain in the vehicle. We can take that a step further and arrange them in a full kit view. Maybe our dash layout looks like this. So we can get a better idea how these instruments are going to look in our vehicle. And take it one step further still, we can print the kit at actual size. It'll print a PDF of the real size of the gauge, so you can mock up the dashboard in real life to see exactly how those instruments are going to look on your vehicle. Say we want to add another instrument here now. I like old school, but I'm still running a boosted application, so add a boost gauge to the setup as well. So now we've got our 5 gauges plus our speedo, our newly acquired boost gauge. We can add to cart, go through, purchase them right off of the site. We can save the kit to our profile so we can come back to look at it at a later date, change things around. We can share this. We can email this. We can tweet the kit. We can send it to our friends on Facebook and show them how our designs look so much better than the ones that they're capable of doing. So that's a brief overview of the functions that we have on the AutoMeter Custom Shop site. Thank you very much for your interest. If you have further questions, please don't hesitate to give us a ring. Area code 866-248-6357. That's a toll-free call. Thank you again, and happy customizing.